We're live. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, so hey, how's everybody doing?
I forgot to check what my battery was at.
Uh-oh. You got a little pluggy thing?
I do.
73%.
You keep an eye on it. Doesn't hold charge like it used to. It gets hot when it goes light, when it's like working like this. And hopefully it doesn't just shut off. I don't know. It's been acting so cray-cray lately.
Mm-hmm.
I never know what it's going to do.
May have to get you that new thing.
New phone?
Uh,
I keep telling you that. You don't like when I say that. So.
what? No, I don't like the cost of when you say that.
Well, that's that one. I don't have to get that one. I'd like to get that one. If we got a second stimulus, I'm seriously. Well, there's another one that's comparable. It's not quite as much.
Hello, Sarah.
Sarah.
How you doing?
Can you see me?
Can you see me now?
Bright. But if I
It
put
is a
that down,
little-
you can't see me.
It is a little bright.
It's also hot.
It's a little warm. I don't know what the. Yeah, see, that actually
know.
does create a
Yeah.
little bit of a.
But I can't handle that brightness. I'll be squinting like this the whole time.
Yeah.
That's not good. What are you up to, Sarah? Ooh, excuse me, I got the burps. Is that on my screen? No, that's something in there. We're on my phone. We're not sure.
Oh, I have no idea how the turtle is. I let it go. Yeah. Yeah, when I tossed it in the creek that day, I tossed it in the creek.
Wasn't that mean? He just threw it in there.
That wasn't mean.
It was mean.
No, hey, my other option was turn it into a
It down there
charm.
on the bank and just let it go in at its own time.
I was busy.
Whatever.
I did set it down and let it sit for a long time, and
Because it wanted to just sit there. It was traumatized.
well, it could have been a charm. That was its
I would
choice.
have put a hex on it so it was a bad luck charm for you.
Whatever. You would. You would have. It's all right. That stuff doesn't affect me because I don't let it.
Does that feel better?
It does. I got a, what is this? Peanut butter
butter
jar?
jar.
Yeah, I got a Jif jar full of
Drives
ice.
me nuts when he does that crap.
Oh, I thought because
No.
you what?
Because you found a feather, something had ate it. No.
No.
The turtle got away.
The
feather
turtle.
was just laying there.
I tossed that turtle in the water, and there towards the end of the video, you can see it. It took off and went underneath that log. The feather is actually a couple barn owls that live out there. Now, it's possible that the barn owls could have gotten to it at some point. I doubt it. Barn owls usually eat mice and snakes and other small birds if they can get a hold of them, which they can.
And little baby birdies.
So, I mean, they would eat a turtle, but I don't think it did.
Turtle.
I mean, that turtle is as free as it's ever going to be, and its fate is its fate, and I have no idea where it is or what it's doing at this point.
There's a congress of crows over there.
I am just...
right? That's what they're... No, a murder.
No,
a murder. Of
no,
crows.
Congress are
Congress
turkey
are
vultures.
yeah.
So, but a congress of turkey vultures have to be in a tree, I think. Is this a chat just for me? Where
it is right now.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Just for you. So, and
Where's
anybody
the-
else that shows up.
Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the nasty?
What? Oh, yeah. We brought lunch out with us. Hold on a second.
Well, I don't know if you want to call it lunch. About both of them?
Yeah, I brought them. I have a panini with vegetable sausage,
MRE.
crumbles in spicy tomato sauce, and we have a chili macaroni and beef and sauce. So these come with Pop-Tarts. Good Lord. These are like high
There's Tootsie
finagling.
Rolls in there. At least I'll have something to eat.
When I was eating
For
MREs, when I was eating MREs in the Army, it was from the 1970s.
Dude, that one that you had, it had a chocolate covered graham cracker in it. That was the best chocolate covered graham cracker I have ever had.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to find one since. Every time we look at MREs, I'm like, it's got the graham cracker. None of them have it.
Yeah, it's possible. People are back to work now, and things are getting back to normal.
Yeah, that's very likely.
And the great thing about people getting back to some semblance of normal is that, and we've been talking about it, it's going to happen, whether or not we can or not. In July, at the beginning of July,
Hell or high water.
we are leaving.
We are freaking. I don't care if we make it 50 daggone miles.
Yeah, we may
and
just
have
make
to
it. Yeah,
camp out in a forest somewhere in Indiana. I'm freaking
Well,
over it. We are
I
leaving.
still haven't gone to was that Dean Forest down there in southern
I don't know,
Indiana?
but my allergies are kicking my butt. My eyes are watering so bad.
But yes, the beginning of the month we are packing up and leaving Indiana. It is well, we're leaving Shirley's.
We're leaving Kokomo. That's for
That's for sure.
Cannot take it anymore.
We are headed west.
Head west, young man. Head west.
That's right, because west is the best.
What movie is that from? Oh, it's from Raymond. They're at that doctor's office, and that old man sitting there telling the story about the postal service. And it's like, head west, young man, head west.
There was a movie called Go West.
Yeah, that's not where I got it
That
from.
had,
I got it from Raymond.
Oh, what was his? Jack
Rain Man,
Nicholson.
that's what it's called, Rain Man.
Jack Nicholson was in it. Go West.
Hey guys, don't forget to smash that like button, please.
And also, The Doors have a very Morrison's got a really good poem, and he says, "Go west. West is the best." I watched
Gary. Oh yeah,
Gary, Indiana.
Is
Oh,
horrible.
woo! You don't want to go there.
Horrible. Do not go there.
No, you don't want to go
Don't
to
go
Gary.
to Elwood, Indiana.
Oh no, Elwood, no.
Don't go to
Elwood's-
what's the one up by Chicago?
Elwood is really small town, but
They had big city problems before Indianapolis had big city problems.
they have a lot of issues. And back in the 50s,
Oh, it was
50s and 60s and 70s,
even up into the 80s.
but yeah, they had issues with people who didn't like other people.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, that's in Michigan. Detroit is horrible too.
Yeah, Detroit's up
I can't
in
remember the name
Michigan.
of that little city up by. It's not South Bend. It's in between South Bend and Chicago, and I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
But it's awful too. It is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go to Gary.
No, no. We are going to go to a little town called Bainbridge, and we're going to spend the night at the house of a guy I used to go to school with.
Love to go on a drive-through of what?
Gary? Indiana or
Oh.
Gary? But
Bring a shotgun.
a bulletproof vest at the very least.
Yeah.
But Marshall is going to let us camp at his house overnight, and Richard gets to go fishing in his pond.
Hey, look. Hey, Jalinda,
Hey,
you haven't
Jojo.
changed your name. It still says Pennycuff.
You're busted.
You're a
And-
Bentley now, girl.
Gary
and Detroit? Oh,
Yeah.
you want to live crazy, don't you?
You want to live dangerously is what you
Yeah.
want to do. You got a death wish, lady.
I tell you what, I fought in cages, jumped out of airplanes, and all that fun stuff, and I have no desire to go to Detroit or Gary. Oh, I haven't. Oops, that's right. Yep. You don't have to. I'm not saying anything. You want to keep Pennycuff on there, you keep Pennycuff on there. Hey, I'm glad you guys are watching. You guys working today?
Yeah, but it's not time yet.
Oh, okay.
They'll be in a few minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, what about not wanting to go to Gary? Or I have no desire to go to Detroit or Gary. I have no desire to go to New York City. I have no desire to go to. I don't even care to go to Indianapolis. It's too big, too many people.
Oh, and Indianapolis has a horrible crime rate.
It's just
Honestly,
too much
Indianapolis
clutter.
has a worse crime rate than Detroit does. You were just talking about Detroit. You want to live dangerous, you go down to Indy. they're ranked. Last I heard, they're ranked like number 7 for murders per capita every year.
I have no desire to go to
Isn't that
any big
crazy?
city, no matter where it's at. No big city.
They beat out Detroit. They beat out
I have
hold on. Crud. Might have been Chicago. Was the other one they beat out that I couldn't believe.
Oh, nobody beats Chicago.
Oh, Indy is horrible.
Okay. I have a cop buddy.
James, he'll tell you.
Yeah, I say I have a cop buddy who they have tents up and music blaring. Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a cop buddy who
that's about everywhere
started
anymore.
his career down in Indianapolis, and yeah.
He'll tell you he came up to Kokomo to get away from it because Indianapolis was so bad.
I have no interest in any big city. No big city. Now, I'll tell you what, I did enjoy going through New Orleans to look.
Get it. We were ready to leave, too.
Is there a lot of racism where you guys are from? Drugs.
Hi, Cherry Blossom.
Hey, Cherry. I would say yes and no. It's funny you say that. I don't really hang around too many people, but the people I hang around aren't. There's really no. I did happen to run into a couple people a few days ago that I was talking to, and to be totally honest, they were the most racist people I've ever met in my entire life. It was shocking, and it was kind of.
It's sad that we have to say it was shocking, but it was.
It was. But no,
I don't know where that is, Sarah.
There's really not a lot of. I don't see a lot of it. Honestly, I don't. I just don't hang around that type of person. I like people for who they are, not what color of skin they are. And I dislike people for who they are, not because of what color of skin they are. So I just don't understand it or get it.
Judge people by how they act and not by how they look.
I guess there's a bunch everywhere. Oh, I'm sure there is.
You know, I think there's a bunch because people want to make it a bunch.
You know, and
this channel just now, I'm about to throw this computer. Oh no!
I'm gonna say this, right or wrong, whether you agree with me or not. But these people I was talking to a couple days ago. They said they had horrible lives because of me. I'd never met them before in my life. It was my fault. It was my people's fault. Yeah. That they had a horrible life, and I was entitled. What was it? What did they say?
White privilege.
Yeah. I had white privilege just because of the color of my skin.
And they said this to a man who grew up in government housing, by the way.
But you know, they were nice people. I got along with them. We were talking martial arts. They were very cool, nice people, and all. You have people? Yeah. I don't know. They were really nice people. I just didn't see their. I just
shadow
didn't see them.
What is that, Billy Bird?
Have I been shadow banned? I don't
know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Never even heard of that.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, people are that way too. Oh, to me. Oh, you know, it doesn't bother me. Honestly, truly, it doesn't, because I know that I didn't oppress them. I haven't oppressed their parents. I didn't oppress their their grandparents. I had nothing to do with that. Just because they see it that way doesn't mean that that's how it is.
Doesn't
that's
make
just
it
how.
True,
yeah. So it doesn't bother me. It's okay. They feel that way. I mean, they have the right to feel however they want to feel. You know, I mean, I don't have to agree with it. They were really nice people. I mean, we sat and talked for a good hour. We got along martial art wise. We got along really well. We just didn't agree on political point of view and social issues. That's all. I didn't understand. I didn't comprehend why it was my people's fault for all of their plight. I just didn't understand that, but that's okay.
Well, this is gonna make me shadowy, guys, but this sunlight.
She's putting up a little thing. Are you excited about tomorrow? Oh yes, absolutely I am. I didn't see who it was at first. I'm like, what's going on tomorrow? Absolutely.
What you talking about, Willis?
Absolutely. I can't wait to get with you guys. That really darkened everything up.
Did it?
Yeah. Now
Oh, phooey. All
there's
right.
a huge shadow there. I can move the van.
Well, I'm getting like baked. You got shadow. I've got like sunlight on me. I'm getting
So
baked.
where are you sitting at this spot?
It's a
Oh,
park.
We're at a local park. It's actually a baseball diamond.
Ooh, I'm blinded.
I can move over that way and face.
What about just right there?
Moving right there.
Yeah, just literally just
All right.
zoop right there.
Zoop. All right,
Zoop
so I'm
right
gonna
there.
go zoop.
Right there.
All right,
And I can't get this folded.
So-
I can't get this folded. I'm talking like you. I can't get this folded.
we're just doing this.
Oh, that's kind of was better.
Yes, no, maybe. You want me to
Right
turn
there,
around the
stop.
other way?
Just stop. Right
Stop.
there. Okay.
All right, so apparently that's better.
I
All
was
right.
getting cooked.
So,
I don't do hot sunlight. I can't fold
shoop.
it.
That's right. Shoop.
I
It looks
can't.
good there. Awesome. Thank you. So, Michelle and I have decided absolutely
You're gonna have to fold it.
that at the beginning of the month we are leaving. We will be packing up about a week ahead of time,
Yep.
and
I think I have it scheduled for the 30th.
we'll be.
Shoot bed is what Billy said.
Michelle has a high school buddy
Mhm.
that lives in
Bainbridge.
I'm assuming southern Indiana.
It's like straight over down a little south from Indianapolis.
Okay, so anyway, headed south. We're gonna stop off at a friend of hers house, and apparently he's got a pond,
Mhm.
and we're gonna spend the night there. And
He saw Richard's fishing video, and he wants one of those lures.
so I get to do a little fishing in his pond, and in return for letting us crash there the night and fish in his pond, I'm going to give him one of the lures that I made. And by the way, so far those lures are 100%. Not,
Did your headlights on?
I don't know why. Those lures are 100%. Can't wait to see your new adventures. Awesome. Well, I
Me
can't wait to show them
too.
to you. Have
And
Mr.
then-
Bentley fan? I can't.
Swipe
Sorry.
up. Just swipe up. Oh, there.
Have Mr. Bentley fan you in? Oh yes.
Exactly. No, stop. So, I have a big fan. I'm not sure. I think it's under my seat, actually.
She has a fan.
I've got like several fans.
She has a lot of fans. She got more
I
fans
got
than I
like
do.
930 fans.
She got more fans than I do.
But, you got more than I do. You got like 2,000. What is it? 2,000?
2,390.
See? You got more fans than me.
Yes. I got 2,390 subscribers now, people. And
Thank you, by the way. That's
absolutely.
awesome.
I would like to thank everybody who subscribes to my channel and who watches my channel. Now, what I
All 45
did,
of you that watch.
what I did today, and it's something that I haven't done in a really long time, to be totally honest, and I probably should do this.
Oy, sorry, guys. See?
Kim's my biggest fan, she says. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very underrated. You, my people. Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate that.
We feel the same.
So what I have done is I just recently went to my subscription list, which is something I haven't done in a really long time. I haven't had a lot of time to go on and yes, both of us. I haven't had a lot of time to go on and watch a lot of people's videos. It's something that I try to do at night when we're sitting there and have nothing to do, and that's going to go away once we take off because we won't have the electricity to do that or the internet or anything. But I went on there, and here are the last 20 people that subscribed to my channel. So I want to first of all thank everybody.
The purple one or this one? This is my baby. I love this. But yeah, this. Oy. I got it Dollar Tree.
Yes.
I love these fans.
I want to thank everybody for sure, but I'm going to mention the last 20 people.
What are you, 12?
Yes, the purple one. The last 20 people that subscribed to my channel.
CRP, hi.
Hey, party time.
Woo-hoo.
Crystal Owl. I just recently went to her Owl. O-W-L.
I thought you said owl, like A-L.
Crystal Owl. I
That's
went to
cool
her
name.
channel and checked her out. She's pagan, and she's pretty
So if
interesting.
you guys go check out any of these channels, please tell them that Bentley sent you.
She's a peg. I actually like her hair.
Oh goodness.
Well, sometimes it's
I
dreadlocks.
got mine from a makeup site. That's cool. I got mine at Dollar Tree.
And sometimes it's other, I don't know. Anyway, budget bushcraft and RV life.
Ooh, I want to go check out that one.
He's just recently subscribed to me. He lives in an RV and he's doing container gardens and stuff. Yeah. Fallen Angel. I briefly checked her channel out. It looks like
I think she recently subscribed to mine as well. So
she goes out into cemeteries and does
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Adventure bushcraft.
Mm-mm.
Jenny
Marcus.
Marseth, MaurSeth. I hope I'm sure I butchered that one.
Yeah.
Lady Blind Wolf.
That's another cool name.
I just watched one of her videos today.
We are going back to
More whiskey barbecue sauce. Lady Blind Wolf is actually blind, and she's a pagan. I guess she would have been blind since birth. I mean, she's got a little sight, but yeah. The Seamstress. 420.
oh my.
And as a matter of fact, I think I had a little conversation with him last night on a live for Cab 7. I
okay.
think, yeah. Cab 7's a nice guy too.
Yes.
He and I have been subscribed to each other for about 5 years or so. He's fun to listen to. Dee's Coloring Den. I watched a video. She gets the adult coloring books and then shows you the coloring books. They're pretty cool. Budo Integral
Or integral.
something like that.
Integral.
They're from Brazil. He's got a handful of videos up. He's pretty cool. Let's see here. John's Travels. Be Still and No Truth. She's the one that lives in Florida.
And she spells B with just the B.
A B still and no K and O.
Yeah,
True.
true.
Yeah. Joseph Wagner. Jim Kirk. I hope that's your real name, dude.
Yeah.
that's just freaking awesome. Dude. If that was my real name, I would literally make sure my middle name, even if I had to change it, was Tiberius. Absolutely. See, Gaming with Alex. I haven't watched that channel. Huh?
Is that our nephew?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'm not a gamer. All Bangla Game Tips. I have no idea. I don't know about that one. AJC.
Making sure my comments are still working, guys.
Let's see. John the Fisherman. John Hoyle.
Jeff Crimmins.
Jeff Crimmins. And Dwayne.
Oh. How do you get? How did?
DW Dwayne.
If you would learn to write, yeah, Dwayne. I guess. It just,
anyway, those are the last 20 that has subscribed to me. So I thank all of them, plus all of you guys. I hope to do this at least another time. That's my brother.
Oh,
really?
Cool. Well, thank you,
nice.
Sarah, for sending him over.
Awesome.
What does say about Tiberius? Is that a tiger and a bear combined? That's. Do you watch Star Trek, Kim? Have you ever watched Star Trek? That's Captain Kirk's real name is James Tiberius Kirk.
That's right.
Okay, let's do this because if I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat. I'm
oh,
hungry.
She's ready to eat. She wants to eat. So we have these MRs. Do you want the chili mac or the panini vegetable? Goobity. Now, also, yes.
We didn't bring scissors.
I don't need scissors. I got a knife. Well, tell your brother I said thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Oh, she said she was kidding.
You're kidding. We also have these 2 spoons that we got from
Walmart. Oh, Ozark
Trails. They were like 88 cents. Yes. So
I got my own knife.
Yes. Will do. Awesome. So we're gonna sit here and eat,
I don't know. We'll see.
and we'll share this with you guys, and still have a fun chat and all that kind of stuff. So
Are you supposed to heat this up? Like, is
you
there...
can, if there's a heater in there or not. I don't like them heated up.
Dude, okay, so the first pouch I pulled out is the chili and macaroni. And I've actually had one of these before, and it wasn't horrible.
And it wasn't horrible.
Granted, it'd be better if I could have heated it up. Ooh, and a strawberry Pop-Tart.
Yeah,
yes, my favorite. Will do. I'm eating two, but McDonald's. Oh, we had some McDonald's yesterday. Should we tell them how we got McDonald's, or is that too embarrassing?
It doesn't bother me if you want to tell them.
We're broke. I called my mom. My
So
mommy.
she called her mom. She goes, "Mom, I'm hungry."
I'm like, what are you doing for supper? Yeah, there's a heater thing.
Okay, yeah. You gotta add a little water.
Yeah,
We got water in there. We got water in there. You can do it if you want.
It's
She
just
loves
regular
Jalinda
crackers.
loves MREs. I actually used to live off these things when I was in the Army. I could not ever said Michael, yeah. I could not ever Michael loved he
Yeah,
used
Michael
to eat those
loves
all the time.
MREs, weirdo.
I could never call my
And a
dad
Tootsie Roll.
and just ask him for money.
Or your mom.
Or well, I definitely wouldn't ask my mom. I just feel weird calling my dad. I have had to a couple times call him and borrow some money, but that always gets back to him at the beginning of the month, and I feel really weird
Oh, yeah,
asking him.
he hates it.
Oh, it just wigs me out to no end.
Okay.
I would ask my mom for money just because I would like to hear her say no, so then I can bitch about it. I'm being honest.
It's truth.
I don't know. I don't really communicate with my mom, although I recently talked with her after like 5 years or so of no communication whatsoever. The conversation went really well up until the end, and then she got all flippy and just turned around and walked away from me. Yes, we did that on purpose.
What?
Left the tailgate open.
Well, yeah, because it's hot outside. We want
CRP.
air.
Me and my son used to eat the MREs when the times were tough for us.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm gonna try.
from the National Guard.
Do I
As a matter
tear
of
it up
fact,
here, right? Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
right there.
Okay, tear.
When I was in the Army, there towards the end, we were having a rough time, and my wife had
Which
already.
makes me so mad, by the way. The fact that anybody who is in the military, let alone once they're out, but when they're still in the military and they're having trouble making ends meet and feeding their family, is not okay.
So my wife,
That's a rant. But,
my
you
wife
know,
at the time,
not me.
left North Carolina and came back to Indiana. They've been bad and eating out every day. She came back, and I still had the kids with me, and going to work every day.
No. That's when you were out of the. Yeah, you were out of the military, and she was in the base in her basic.
No. This was anyway. Okay. Anyway, we couldn't
That's what
afford
you always
food.
told me.
Okay, maybe she's right. We couldn't afford. Okay, maybe she went to basic training. This was when she went to basic training.
Yeah,
All right. See, I have a hard time remembering things. Honestly,
I remember his history better than he does at this point.
I can't. Anyway,
I need some water, baby.
I have trouble with time and order of things. So anyway, she went off to basic training for the Air Force. I was with the kids by myself. We didn't have any money, so I ate MREs for a month so that there would be enough of food for the kids. That's all I ate because I stashed MREs. So when I got out of the Army, I had a couple boxes of MREs, and that's what I ate for a month so that the kids would have food. So anyway.
Because you said sometimes, where's the fill line? I don't see a fill line. It says fill it up to the fill line. It says 40 milliliters, the fill line. Now that's tear here to get it out. I don't see a fill line.
Well,
Okay.
There we go.
Dude, you're making a mess. Good thing I moved my stuff.
You got a towel?
No, I don't think I do. And I know.
Well, you are ill prepared.
I don't know how you're prepared. You're the one making a mess. Here.
Whatever. There we go. See, there is a towel.
Okay, so we're about to have to leave, or eating out. It was the National Guard. They gave MREs because I have a little boy.
What are MREs? Okay, so
Oh, sorry, sir.
MREs are called MRE, meals ready to eat. The military food packet that they give you in the military. I don't know if the Air Force does it because maybe they're too uppity to eat MREs, but anyway, it's just
wow, Bentley.
a pack. Hey, I speak my truth.
Hey, you know,
regardless.
I don't care what branch you're in. I appreciate.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
Hold that for a minute, Mel.
I'm just saying. So anyway, they got a main meal which is there, and then they've got things like, okay, here's a thing of crackers.
Yeah, I got a cracker too. I'm probably gonna nibble on it with some of this. What kind of jelly do you have?
Hold on. It comes with a Tootsie Roll, a little packet with a spoon.
You
and
got grape. I want grape jelly.
Grape jelly. I got 2 grape jellies.
I got an apple. I got 2 apple jellies.
I'll trade you.
I just want one, I think.
And then you have a heater which you can actually heat the meal up, which I don't use.
Which I'm doing right now.
And a Pop-Tart.
What flavor is your Pop-Tart? I got strawberry. Ah, sweet.
Strawberry, yeah. So anyway, now this doesn't look like.
I don't know if you're supposed to actually seal that way.
So in the old ones, in the old packets, it came with some toilet paper.
Had that little Tabasco sauce.
It came with some Tabasco sauce. It came with some matches. But these don't seem to do that. Okay. I used to eat the matches when we were out in the field. I would eat the matches. That way the sulfur would go through my body, and when I would sweat sulfur. That way the mosquitoes would leave me alone. Having sausage roll fries in a frosty coffee.
Frothy coffee.
Frothy? Okay.
Frosted roll. Sausage roll. Huh.
So anyway. Okay. And they give you this crappy little spoon now. Look at that. Yeah. There's no way, even cutting across it like this, you get down in there. That's why we got the big one. We got these.
What are they, 8 inches long, I think it said?
That's 8 or 9.
I think it was 8.
No, they were 9 inches because I made a joke and asked if you could handle having 9 inches.
I got no words.
She also got no 9 inches.
I ain't got a word. I gotta quit singing the songs.
You do need to quit singing. Don't want to get booped. Boop. Where can you purchase MREs from? Well, you can get them online. You can order them online. You can get them at Army Navy stores, things like that. I don't really know where else you can get them at this point, but now there was an issue before I got out of the Army. Apparently, Army supply ships. Apparently, shops. Apparently there was a massive theft at a warehouse where the Army stored MREs, and they stole
pretty much all of them.
I mean, tons of them. So
this is one of the crackers. There's 2 of these in there. Look how big that thing is.
So several years back, back in the mid 90s, pawn shops and stuff like that weren't allowed to purchase MREs because of that huge massive theft.
Yeah, they didn't know what was stolen and
because
what wasn't.
They didn't want people to get rid of those MREs. I'm assuming that whoever stole them had an outlet for them, so it didn't really hurt anybody except the people that were trying to survive by. Because I used to sometimes sell my MREs that I got out in the field. They would buy them for like $1 or $2 a piece, and I would grab a dozen of them before I left the field and would go sell them at a pawn shop. Did you get yours online? No, actually, we got these at a food pantry. So that's another place you might be able to get them is food pantries. Sometimes,
I'm making a mess.
Sometimes you can get MREs from food pantries. That's how we got this.
Thinking that was in your MRE, please. Thank you.
All right. So anyway, I don't remember what I got. Some kind of panini thing. Sausage panini thing. There we go. Now,
that actually sounds good.
There we go. Oh. Taste that.
Hold on.
Hold on. There's a spiciness to it that I don't know.
I'm supposed to be any wet wipes in here, do we?
We do, actually. That I do have. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Oh no!
There you go. You heard about that? About the theft? Panini.
Man, made a mess of myself. Oh, cold.
It is cold. I like them cold.
Cold pasta.
I'm used to eating them that way. Yep. Yeah, that happened back in the mid 90s.
That is a little spicy though.
Yeah. So I've never heard what happened or whether anybody ever got caught or anything like that. But I mean, it was a massive warehouse theft. So clearly whoever was working there, somebody
It was on the
working
inside
there
job.
was helping them out in some manner. So I'm sure somebody got busted.
What an odd thing to steal on a
Mhm.
military base. Of all the things on a military base,
Yes.
I won't give a date though.
She's not giving a date.
Every time we do, we get screwed. I ain't doing it.
This is the plan. And we'll leave it at that. At the beginning of the month, we're out of here.
I was hungry.
It does have a weird spicy taste.
Yep. It's like a delayed spice too.
So anyway,
Your ice thing is at your feet.
I know,
Okay.
but my water's right here. So that's in my way.
Hold on, I'll move it.
Hey. Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
Ooh, wow.
Kind of, yeah, it does get hot,
That
by
gets
the way.
warm.
As I forgot to tell you, that does get hot.
Thanks for the heads up, dear.
Oh, by the way, dear, it gets hot.
You know what, dear?
Yes, my love.
I love you.
I love you too. So this is kind of like a pre getting set ready. Any good pantry finds?
Watermelon.
We got a watermelon. We went to a food pantry last week, and they hooked us up pretty good.
So much produce.
Got a lot of fruits.
And
We had a
veggies.
big old fruit salad that lasted a
Veggie
couple days.
salad. Oh god. We made a cucumber salad.
Yeah, it was nice to
Can't
have.
throw that at the top where you're supposed to so I can get my meal out.
It was nice to have, and it helped us out for a couple days.
Gave us a little bit of meat. Thanks, my awesome husband.
Bok bok. So, but we don't go to food pantries a lot, but there have been occasions where we needed to, and this actually did help us out. You watching Michelle's channel and you watch all those hauls, the Dollar Tree hauls with all the foods and all that stuff. That stuff's gone.
Pretty much.
We've pretty much eaten it all.
Like we said we would.
Like, yeah.
I need another white, please. I think I might have something in there.
So,
Not sponsored. However, if they want to, we wouldn't argue, would we, dear?
no,
I'm off camera making a mess.
she's off camera. I know I'm a pain, but I find it really interesting when you and your travels, do you not go through Baltimore, Detroit, Philadelphia, so to
That's
ask
on the
questions?
East Coast.
Yeah, that's all on the East Coast. We do drive through large cities, but
We try not to.
but we try not to. But we do drive through them. I like the interstates
To a point.
to a point because they get you where you're going, and you don't have all the side tracks, and you don't have all the small towns with the 30-mile-an-hour roads and all that, and you know the crazy
The
cops.
extra traffic.
The crazy cops who are just sitting there waiting to stop somebody for speeding or something like that.
Because they ain't got nothing better to
Because they
do
ain't
with
got
their
anything
day.
better to do. I do like the interstates for that. But even with the interstates, it kind of goes around the large cities like that. So we get to see the cool stuff with the large cities, but we don't have to be involved with the traffic and the people and stuff. So
All right, here I go with the chili and macaroni. It looks like that.
any Columbus statues in Kokomo?
Nope.
No. Here's my opinion on that. All right. I'd love to come to the U.S. Well, I would love to go where you are. Mm-hmm.
Mine's better than yours.
No, I disagree. Plus, it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to eating them MREs cold because most of the warmers that we did have didn't work. They were so old. So we ate cold MREs all the time out in the field for months. So, I don't mind. We could do a YouTube swap. I don't mind the statues of Columbus or
I don't mind statues, period.
Confederate soldiers or whatever. I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me a bit that's there. They put up statues for Martin Luther King, and they seem to think that's okay. But putting a statue up for somebody they don't like tends to piss them off. So, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, in my opinion. I don't care what statues you put up. I don't really care. I really think Columbus is a piece of shit. He got lost. He didn't discover shit. Oh, thank you. He got lost and ran into the coastline and then enslaved and killed an entire freaking race of people.
Population.
Yeah. And people give him like statues and stuff for that and say he discovered America. No. Again, I think Columbus is one of the biggest pieces of shit that our history has. But it doesn't bother me when I see a Columbus statue. Just because I see a Columbus statue doesn't mean that I think every human being is that way. So yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. But I wouldn't go around tearing down his statues just because of that. You know, it's ridiculous.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, I just don't understand why people have to purposely place things in our paths that they want to create tension from.
See, it's heating up.
Yeah, yeah, you had a lot of.
I hope that's not going to interfere with the sound, guys.
Yeah, her camera's starting to heat up, and we got a warning. Yeah, I heard they were going to rename Penny Lane because of crap like that.
I need something else.
Anyway,
Try to shade it a little bit.
there you go. Maybe.
Is that noise too much, you guys?
Can you guys hear that noise? Is it bothering?
Are you able to hear us?
Is that bothering your viewing pleasure?
Is it too distracting? I stand my cup up behind it. I knew it was gonna get hot sitting up there like that. Okay.
Exactly. People want to be victims. Exactly.
Well, and then you got a bunch of Democrats making it a thing to be.
And if you can't see how you are a victim, then you make up a reason, and then you decide to blame somebody else that doesn't look the same as you do, and you blame them for all of your plight when it's really your own fault. Plain and simple. I don't blame anybody for my mistakes or my problems or my troubles, because ultimately I'm the cause of it. Plain and simple, just like they're the cause of their troubles and plights. Now, on a social level, people live in different societies. They have different ideas about why they're where they are. And as long as you continue to blame other people for your problems, oh, couldn't we all? As long as you blame other people for your problems, To me, you're nothing more than a POS. But I can still get along with you, and I can still like you, and I can still be friendly towards you. It's simple as that.
I can be civil. I don't have to agree with you. We're not quite ready yet, are you?
No, I'm not even close.
Dude, I was
So,
hungry.
Anyway, I'm excited about getting back on the road. We have not talked with Seth. Oh, well, see, I say BS to that.
But
Problem is that we aren't allowed to say anything. BS, I'll say what I damn well please. And if you don't like it, don't listen to me. But I'm not going to hold back my views and my opinions just to make you feel happy. Melissa Lynn, hey,
Hi,
how
Melissa,
you doing?
Not you specifically, whoever said that, by the way. Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah.
He means the other person.
No, I'm saying...
You need to quit putting words like you in your sentences because it directs to who you're speaking to and not girl.
I say what I feel like saying. I express my opinions, right or wrong, whether you like them or disagree.
That of you,
Exactly. I'm not asking you to believe my opinions, and I'm not asking you to accept them. I'm just telling you that's how it is. I say what I mean.
No, not yet, Melissa.
We're not on the road yet.
I said what I want. I mean them in. Yep.
Yes. We are going to head out on the road at the beginning of the month.
Hell or high water.
Hell or high water. If there was a hell, and there definitely is high water. But we are taking off. I've actually seen high water, so I know that exists.
I feel like I've been in hell, so I'm not gonna argue it.
You know, you live in what you make. So
You kind of made it for me.
I made it for you. It's my fault. See, yeah, there you go. Absolutely, we are headed back out at the beginning of July. We just happened to. I wanted to do a live today, and I didn't want to just sit in the shed, so we came out to a park, just waiting a statue of me put up. Yeah. No, that is a good point, and I've made this point several times. People bitch, moan, and groan and complain about they don't like this statue or they don't like that statue. We got to take it down. Yeah, don't look at it. Who gives a crap? But yeah, nobody's ever going to put a statue up for me. So why should I care about statues put up for other people?
Guys, I got grape jelly on my top. Nah, drugs. I want a statue too. Me too.
I got kind of a funny story.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, fire.
Here, you're going out there.
Yeah. So, I never really cared too much for a statue, but I always wanted a poster.
Careful, it's got that hot thing in it.
I know.
He knows.
So, even though I was born in the 60s, I really grew up in the 70s.
Helping, so.
I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and the big thing were posters. And I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the poster of Farrah Fawcett. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, especially the guys.
Nobody wants to see you in a bikini with long blonde hair.
Yeah. Anyway, posters were super popular. I always wanted a poster of myself. Posters. I always wanted a poster of myself. I just thought that was super cool. So when I won my middleweight championship belt,
I was like, where's he going with this?
Yeah. So when I won my MMA belt, the first thing I said was, I want a poster. So I ordered a poster of my belt over my chest or over my shoulder.
The pictures we had done.
Yeah, the pictures that we had done. And what happened was
I agree, Kim.
They jacked it up and they never made the poster, and they sent me a canvas. Yeah. It's nice, but I wanted a poster. So I still haven't gotten my poster.
crybaby.
I am a crybaby.
I don't have my house in Disney yet, so you know.
That's true. I'm being a whiner.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat my crackers and jelly later. Replace ass statues with those Rocky statues. There you go. You know, I tell you what, eventually you're going to take that down because of something Rocky may have said or something. Oh, because
He's white.
because he's white.
How many statues are there of Muhammad Ali, I wonder?
I don't know, but Muhammad Ali was a badass boxer. I think there needs to be one. If there isn't, somebody needs to have a statue of Muhammad Ali because he was an awesome boxer. But yeah, he fought Apollo Creed, so he punched a black guy, so he needs to have a statue pulled down.
I'm done.
I'm done too. So anyway,
I'm not gonna finish.
So I want to taste this Pop-Tart.
I like the cheaper ones better. I'm not a fan of the Pop-Tarts brand.
Pop-Tart. I love Pop-Tarts.
I was never really a fan of the Pop-Tarts brand. I like the cheap ones
Of
better.
the Pop-Tart?
The Pop-Tart brand.
Oh. Now see, again,
I like the cheap stuff.
put more movie statues. You know, and this is just my personal opinion. I don't know why we need freaking statues anyway. I mean, it's just a bunch of man-made clutter that we stick in places. See, now, when it comes to Pop-Tarts, I like Pop-Tart brand better than I do cheaper brand. Do you have a plan for your first stop headed out?
I've got two, actually.
Okay, there you go. We are stopping off at a high school friend of hers who lives
Ironically.
who lives in southern Indiana, and he I get, is it a farm? Does he?
I have no idea. I've never
Anyway,
been to
he
his
owns
house,
a
dude.
pond,
He's got a pond on his property. I didn't know
and he's going to let us crash there for the night, and I'm going to fish in his pond. I'll do a few videos, and in return, I'm going to give him one of my homemade fishing lures. So, and most of you guys probably don't know this. It does sound fun. But I do have a giveaway going on right now on my channel. The third test of my fishing lure that I made is actually a giveaway. I didn't announce it as a giveaway because I just wanted to see how many people actually would watch, and actually, so I got 2 people. More Mickey statues.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. But that is a giveaway video, and it's going on until the end of the month. And
you'll have to come here and hang out with me.
at the end of the month, I'm going to pick, well, to be totally honest, if it remains those 2 people, if that's all it is, they're both going to get one. So,
hi, Donna.
Donna, hey, how you doing? My brother went looking at RVs, but they are mega expensive. Yes.
Gee, what did I say?
Yes. Absolutely. They are very expensive.
I fell in love with one that I saw the other day on a review. It's only $90,000.
We would love to have an RV. We can't afford an RV, and we're going to be happy in our van.
Can't afford the upkeep on an RV either.
Mm-mm. That's awesome of you, Richard.
Oh, it's a giveaway.
Oh.
We're both like, what?
I made about 18 of those lures. I've already given a few of them out. I will say this. Giving the 2 away. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you.
Mouthful. You need to get a wet wipe and clean your mouth. You look like a 2-year-old just got done eating SpaghettiOs. Good Lord.
I made 18 of those lures.
You need to get up close to this camera. Let them see what a mess you are. Yes. Seriously.
And I've been giving a few of them out. Are you guys on the road now? I'm behind.
Oh, no. We're still in Cocklemore. We're just at a park. We are leaving at the beginning of the month. I will not put a date on it because every time...
You look like a 2-year-old. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Enough of that. And yes, you got it. We are stopping. Dude, I got makeup on, you dipstick.
I got makeup on too. I can't enter your giveaways. Yeah. Oh, you feel unwanted. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't ship outside the U.S. That's
Sarah, are we on Instagram together?
Expensive.
Hey, go to my Instagram, Sarah, and message me your address. Kim says, now, children, play nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to play nice. He's brute.
I'm mean. I'm a meanie butt.
Mean.
I am. I'm a horrible meanie butt person.
He's a brute.
I am.
Brute.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story. Okay. I'm going to tell the story.
We're together way too much.
I'm going to tell the story of what happened to me last night.
Okay.
All right. So, anyway.
I'm going to sit back and enjoy my fan.
Yes. The new moon is tomorrow. What? Okay. Last night all right.
My eyes are watering.
Oh. And turned into chimps. So last night. So anyway, the sun is in Gemini right now.
Oh, don't sing.
Which are twins, right? Gemini are the twins. Hold on.
He's asking me.
No,
I follow this.
It was rhetorical.
Really? It
Gemini's
sounds pretty
twins.
pointless.
It does sound pointless, but listen. Listen, Linda, listen.
Linda's at work.
Okay, now
I may have had a little too much sugar with this Pop-Tarts.
And Mercury is retrograde last night. Okay, it's the element of air. So you see where I'm going with this? Gemini and air. Anyway, okay, so
nope.
So last night I wanted to film a video, Pegany video, and I was going to discuss my ideas and concepts behind my truth.
See, I think this happened because, maybe you just shouldn't discuss those right now.
Yeah, well, anyway, that there's no such thing in my view as good and bad, right or wrong. They don't exist. It is a social concept that people have placed upon other people to control them. Now, aside from that, I was going to make a video discussing that. So it was 9 o'clock at night. I went out into the woods.
Scoundrel.
Yeah. I went out into the woods at 9 o'clock and I started filming this video. Well, about 15-20 minutes into it, it got too dark in the woods and I had to stop filming. So I came out of the woods. It was still light out. I did. I came out. It was still light out, so I didn't want to go back to the shed.
The
cave. So I continued on down the trail to the little creek. Pardon me. I'm sorry. To the little. Yes, I'm rude. To the little creek that we have down the road. Now, we have a lot of bats out there, and a lot of times I can catch these bats coming down and zooming into the water and hitting the mosquitoes and bugs and stuff. That was hilarious. I didn't drink my soda.
Sorry.
Creek, dude. Yeah. A creek. So anyway,
terrible for me yesterday. Thanks.
I was headed.
Mercury being. Oh, I'm sorry, drugs.
Oh, thanks to Mercury. It was a good thing for me. It was a good thing for me that Mercury went into retrograde. Anyway, so I headed down to the creek, and I said, well, maybe I can catch some video of the bats. Now, on the way down there, like I always do, I told the story before. About 5 years ago, I saw an owl out in the woods. I didn't have my camera.
Why is your voice cracking so much?
I don't know. I didn't have my camera with me. I missed it. This was 5 years ago. A couple weeks ago, I was out fishing, didn't have my camera, and I saw the owl
Again.
across the creek in a tree.
Again.
No camera. I ran all the way back to the house, grabbed the camera, ran all the way back to the creek. It was gone. Now,
And he was going, ha ha ha.
what he might have been.
I know.
So, what I did, so I have found 2 feathers. One of them I videoed, and I think it comes up tonight about me cleaning the feather. And anyway, I have found 2 feathers from these birds, and somebody had mentioned on a video last night that it was a hawk feather. You see it in the turtle video that I have up today, but it's not a hawk feather. It's a barn owl feather.
Turtle.
So anyway, last night, as I was walking down there, just out of just a brief second, the idea of those owls came to mind, but then it just went away. So I get down to the creek, and what did I find?
An owl feather. A turtle. A swan. A goose.
2 owls, 2 barn owls. They're also called hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins. So I was able finally, after 5 years of trying to find these things, of getting video of these 2 owls sitting in a tree. Fantastic. I was so excited. We watched the video and you can see the excitement. I couldn't even put the tripod down because I was afraid to move, that I would scare them away. So I was holding it in my hand, and it was a little jittery for a little bit. It's just a dragonfly.
I know, you just startled me. I'm just.
So anyway,
I know the bugs.
Super excited. I finally got the owls. That video will be up on July 3rd. No, July 3rd. I have videos all the way, every day, all the way up until the 3rd of July now.
Every day and every day?
Every day and every day. So.
I need to get some editing.
Anyway. So, yes. The Gemini 2. Seen 2 owls. Element of air. They're owls, birds, air. It was meant to be. I'm telling you, it was meant to be.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Okay. Is that all you got?
Are you done? She's done. Not too bad.
It's okay. Well, my phone's going to die here pretty soon.
Well, we can continue.
We're
27%. 27%. Well, we're going to continue a little bit longer. I want you guys to throw out some questions and some comments. And
we're going to go to Marceline, Missouri. Do you guys know what's in Marceline, Missouri?
Okay, we're headed to Marceline, Missouri on our trip as well.
Yep, after we leave Bainbridge.
Bainbridge.
That's where my friend is.
Bainbridge, Indiana, then Marceline,
Missouri.
Missouri. So anybody have any wild guesses what significance
Marceline,
Missouri has? No Googling.
Cheater.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. No guesses?
Is my comments working?
Oh.
No. I told him we're not going to comment on that.
Is right
Is right or wrong?
Is rioting right or wrong, or is it a social thing? You know, I look at it this way. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't interfere with me personally.
They also have
but
the consequences that follow. So,
but yes, regardless of what you feel is right or wrong,
never heard of it. Okay.
Accept the consequences that happen due to your actions. All I got to say is you can riot wherever you want. I don't care as long as it doesn't interfere with me.
Into my building, though,
you come rioting around me, or you affect me because of the rioting. That's when I have issue, and I'll deal with it the way I deal with it. And if there are no cops, you better watch out. I rescued a hawk and kept him for a month and a half. I named him Derby. And was happy until he was ready to fly and pluck out feathers laid outside his cage, and had to free him. Yes.
All right, so Marceline, Missouri is where Walt Disney grew up for most of his childhood. He was actually born outside of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, we're not going there.
No, but he grew up in Marceline, Missouri.
So we're going to Marceline, Missouri.
There is a museum there, but right now they require you to wear masks, and I'm not all about that.
I ain't wearing a mask. You can bite my ass.
I don't think we're going to be going into the museum, but and it's like $10 a person to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you can have your ideas and your beliefs about anything you want. Just don't put them on me. Like the mask thing. Doesn't do a bit
Research
of good.
has shown that,
Does not do a bit of good.
and all of these masks that everybody's buying and making aren't even effective, so they're not doing any good.
Nope.
It's ridiculous.
Plus,
People keep touching them and touching their faces and touching everything else.
tell them the
Plus-
stat that you read about the people that were closed down, the cities that were closed down versus the cities that didn't
Oh
close
yeah,
down.
so all of the places that closed down.
Oh my heavens!
Well, luckily it was just water. So all of the places
All my water just spilled right into the.
that closed down, and then you compare this to all the places that didn't have all the closed downs and the quarantining
Lid
and the
doesn't lock.
isolation. Guess which cities had higher outbreaks, outbreak ratings. I'm gonna let you guys have a minute to think about that. We've rescued several animals.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, well, no. You don't rescue. You capture
I
and torture
capture.
for a few
I don't
days.
torture them.
I'm gonna
and-
put you in a cage.
I am in a cage.
You are not. You have the freedom to get up and leave anytime you daggone choose.
I am in a cage. Living is a cage.
Sarah, that's a good guess, but not correct.
The ones that closed down were higher.
They were the same.
It was the
There was
same.
no difference. There's absolutely no difference between the cities that closed down and the cities that didn't close down as to the number of cases and deaths that they had. The numbers stayed exactly the same.
All that crap was useless, and I said it was useless.
Well, and that Dr. Fauci is a freaking fraud. He's a quack, for lack of a better word.
I don't know. I don't listen to him.
I don't either. I didn't from the get-go. He was one of them that when he first started talking, I kept looking around thinking people are listening to him. Why? He has no clue what he's talking about.
Because he's
He
saying
was-
what they wanted to hear.
He was talking about how in order to contain this outbreak, you must contain the people because people touching each other are going to spread it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? It was all a setup for the Democrats to gain control over the people,
Yeah,
get more control, and they did it.
I completely believe it was
Plain and
it
simple.
was not.
It was a pandemic.
Yeah. Pandemic. Yep. Yep.
It was a setup. BS. People die from freaking the flu, and no one gives a crap.
Yeah, there are just as many deaths from the flu.
So anyway, enough of that. So I just dumped a costly plan. Well, not for the people who made out on it. A costly plan. You know,
You know who made money on it?
the government doesn't care about us. I don't care
Bill
what.
Gates made a ton of money on it.
Yeah, Bill Gates made out like a bandit.
What the freak?
The Tesla guy. What was his name?
Elon
Elon Musk. He made out too.
Why do these two have any say on medical care and treatment of a disease? These are not medical people. Yes, it was a costly plan for normal people. You're right, Sarah. You're exactly right. What are you doing, babe? I got all the ice out of there. It was mostly ice.
It was.
Yeah. Thank God.
Why did he put the ice in there?
Huh?
You said thank God.
Oh, stop
I
it.
said why? Was he the one that put the ice in there? No, it was me. I don't get that. Something good happens and you thank God. Something bad happens and you blame the person that did it. Or the devil. Uh-oh. I'm not supposed to talk about that stuff around her because it upsets her.
I don't care if you talk about it. I don't like when you demean my beliefs.
I'm not
When I
demeaning
don't
your
demean
beliefs.
yours.
I'm not demeaning your belief. How's that
Instead of making
demeaning?
fun of them, you're
I'm
demeaning
not
them.
making fun of your
You
belief.
are making fun.
I am not. I am stating
Excuse
my
me,
opinion.
perception is what?
Perception is your perception.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's real.
Boy.
Was I demeaning her? Seriously, was I demeaning her? Okay. Bye, Kim.
Yes, Sarah, it was very costly for normal people, and it still is. I don't know how the UK is doing, but in America, we've got a lot of people who are up a creek without a paddle.
Your cousin.
Yeah. Yep. Her job was probably going to end eventually anyway, but I think this rushed it a lot. I really do. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is.
And then they keep thinking that people can live off of $1,200 for like 6 months. And one stupid congressman or whoever it was made the comment, well, it's only been 8 weeks. Ninja, do you know how to count?
He's worse than I am about
March
time.
15th was not 8 weeks ago. Like, and even if it was, can you live off of $1,200 for 8 weeks?
He probably can't live off of $1,200
For 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could remember who that was. He was Democrat, obviously. But
Oh,
it
sure.
punked me off so bad. Yes.
As a Native American.
I agree, drugs. I completely agree.
So, I've always said this. Like,
Yeah, Sarah,
100% like Native American.
I think he's told us before, but I don't remember.
I'm
what his
sorry,
answer
I
was.
have a hard time
Well,
remembering.
we both have a hard time remembering that kind of stuff.
I've always said that the Native Americans, when the Pilgrims came over on the East Coast, there, you guys should have just kicked them right in the ass and threw them back in the water. Put a couple freaking.
Let him die that first winter.
Yeah, you guys should have let them die.
What the heck were you thinking?
Yeah.
Let's teach them how to farm and eat.
Yeah. I don't think it would have stopped it, but it might have slowed it
Might have
down a
slowed
little.
it down a little
Yeah.
bit. Might have made it more of an even playing field. You know what I mean? Like, we might have gained a better respect of their life.
No.
No,
No,
probably not. Okay,
no.
I was trying to be optimistic.
No optimism here. No.
Ugh,
No.
my allergies are just. Ugh.
Human beings are a virus on this planet.
We are.
And to be totally honest, looking at it from the planet's point of view,
Nope.
no, not really. Looking at it from the
If
planet's
we get
point of
another
view,
stimulus check, we're getting some solar power.
we should
and a
disappear. I think we should be removed from the planet, honestly. As a species, we're horrible. If we were to disappear tomorrow,
Do our planet some good.
it would be the best thing for this planet. But I will say this. It doesn't matter how bad we jack this planet up. She's going to be just fine without us or with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go in for all this global warming and all this crap because the planet goes through changes regularly anyway. It just so happens we're, as a species, we're not old enough through our recorded history to have recorded it and remember it and know what it was. But this kind of stuff happens regularly, well, for Earth as it is. So no matter what we do to this planet, we are not hurting her or stopping her from existing in the least bit. And when we're gone, she's not going to give a crap either. So
Don't sing it, Michelle. Don't sing it.
don't sing it.
Don't sing it.
But that's just my personal opinion, not of the staff or management.
True that.
Try.
True that.
So
True that. True that. True that.
so what are you down to? 17%?
17%. And
All
once
right.
it hits like 17 or 15, it like
So at
Goes.
any point now we could just shut off, and it's not because we're just turning
well,
off.
I would prefer not to let it get that
Okay,
far.
she doesn't want to let it get that
It's
far.
bad for the battery.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get off of here. I would like to thank everybody for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. Get over there and check out my channel. Watch my videos. Like, comment, share, ring the bell.
Subscribe. Post stupid questions for him to answer. I dare you.
Sure.
I think I cannot wait. I would love for everybody to go over there and just watch a whole bunch of videos and post a whole bunch of questions that are just random off the wall. Bye.
Where's the stop button on here?
That is a good question.
I don't know.
It's like an Elmer Fudd. Bye.